Hi there, I'm Fiona Tate. I'm author of the Countess Chronicles, which I'm very, very excited about. Now, apologies first for my screen. I'm looking a little bit blurry on it here, quite kind of a romantic glow going on. Sorry, that's obviously my laptop connection. Can't seem to do anything about it. Anyway, I just wanted to come on and have a quick chat to you about who I am and about the books that I write. Now, I first started writing my novels as a form of therapy, basically. I've managed depression all my life. I've had it since childhood. I'm now mid-50s, mid-50s. And at one point, at the age probably about, well, it's just over 40, I guess, I had to face the fact that I was never going to become a mother. Now, this was quite a traumatic thing for me. And I had to I did. I made a conscious decision whether or not I was going to carry on, basically. I could either give in to the depression, which in my specific case meant drinking myself to death, something like that. Or I found a way to manage it. Obviously, I'm still here. So obviously, I decided to find a way to manage it. And that was writing my novel. Now, my very first novel has not been published yet. It will be published, but it's something I'll come back to. And that first novel was a way for me to get out my feelings. It was a way for me to express myself, to come back to me, to find a way to carry on and something to live for. It's a vampire novel because I just love vampires. And yes, and it's about childless women. But that's a book that I'll get back to later on. My focus at the moment is the Countess Chronicles, and that's the books that I'm starting now. Now, the premise of my first book, and it's a trilogy, the premise of the trilogy really is about a vampire, an ancient vampire called Countess Drusilla Steele. Now, Countess Drusilla loses everything. She loses her castles, her wealth, her servants, everything. And she's booted out of the Arcane Guild. Now, the Arcane Guild are the ones that are in charge, because there's always somebody in charge, isn't there? So the Arcane Guild are the ones that kick her out and send her out into exile. And this is about her finding herself again, finding a way back, and finding revenge, because it is a vampire novel, and so we've got to have some of that fun in there too. Now, you'll know with most of my books, you'll know if you could poke around online and you'll see me around as Fiona Tate, the Depression Muse. So you'll know that everything I do is really about mental health. It's about psychology. It's about how people act, how they react to things, and how they manage things like mental illness. It's what's important to me. It's what matters to me. It is most definitely my passion. And I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to reduce the global suicide rate to 0, because I find it horrendous that in this day and age, we have people whose best option is to be dead. Now, you can argue back and forth whether or not depression causes suicidality, or if it works the other way around, or if people who kill themselves are acting out or whatever. And I really don't care what your opinion is of suicide. To my mind, the important thing is that we're talking about it. Okay, we're having conversations, because it's still a very taboo thing. And this is why it is still happening. This is why it is still allowed to be happening. And I believe it needs to stop. One of the ways I manage my depression is by using creativity. And that's what I do when I'm writing my books. That's what I'm doing when I'm writing my stories and my novels and making up these wonderful worlds in my head. Yes, there's an element of escapism in there, and that's okay. This stuff helps me manage my depression. So the other side of what I do when I write my books is I mentor others to do the same, to use their creativity, to use their depression as a muse to create something beautiful. Now that's something beautiful. I call it a creature of fucking beauty. Can be anything. Can be anything that matters to you. Look, I can go on about this for ages, but that's not the point of what I'm here. If you want to know more about my philosophy, my beliefs around depression, strongly encourage you to head over good old Amazon, and you'll find, actually, no, don't. Go to my website, fionatate.com, and you can grab a free copy of Depression Sucks. And Depression Sucks is the book I wrote that explains the process of how I use creativity, how I use my writing to finally find a way to cope with my depression. My depression hasn't gone away. My depression is still there. It will always be there. It is part of me. I don't know who I would be without it, but it's manageable now. I'm in charge, not the fucking demon. I am in charge. So there we go. That's a little bit about me. I could tell you a lot more about me. Things like, love vampires. Probably mentioned that. I live in a small house for us in New Zealand with my hubby, also known as the Count. And we've got 2 fur babies at the moment. We've got a cat called Fiona Tate, and we've got a dog called Angus of the clan Tate. So you can imagine who runs the place. But anyway, that's a bit about me. If you've got any questions around anything I've talked about today, any of the depression stuff, any of the novels, any of the process, look, blab me an email or a message. I'm always happy to talk to people. You can find me, I'm all over the internet, as most of us are really, but you can find my writing and my author site at fionatate.com. So that's probably the best place to get a direct message to me. Fiona Tate, so it's I can't even spell my own name today. It's FionaTate. Okay. The first book in the Countess Chronicles is coming soon. I hope you enjoy it when it arrives. You'll hear from me more before then. But as I say, send me a message if you want to, and let's talk soon. Okay? Bye.